Hey guys, welcome to the Vetted Podcast. I'm Patrick. We got Sebastian and Amy here, and we're going to be talking some UFO news from the Daily Mail. Pentagon UFO chief Dr. Shan Kirkpatrick will be replaced by the end of the year. Holy cow. They're just getting rid of that guy right away. We'll give you the details on that. We've got a Guardian article basically about the same program that Dr. Shan Kirkpatrick is running. That's all the news right now in UFO land is about Arrow and Dr. Shan Kirkpatrick. So they released a new online reporting tool for government officials to report their UFO sightings. And then we're going to dig into a tweet from James Fox about the Logan Paul UFO video, which I thought was quite interesting. An update on that. I actually have a video that already came out. When this podcast comes out, it will already be out. You can find out more details, even more in depth on that. But anyway, yeah, let's jump in.
There is like a hill close to like a mountain close to Barcelona called Montserrat, and basically there is an abbey, Benedictine abbey, on top of this mountain, and you know, for centuries there were like, you know, magical things, mysterious things have happened there, miraculous things have happened there. But the Nazis believed that the Holy Grail actually was, you know, hidden there, right?
Really? Wow.
And yeah, and I mean, since 1977, UFO enthusiasts are gathering there for like UFO, you know, for UFO sky gazing, so to speak, right? And this year that mountain is, you know, it's kind of it's more than it's 1,000 years old, or kind of when sort of structures were first erected on there. Yeah, so there's a lot of interest there in Spain. There's people I talk to regarding UFOs as well. So definitely a worldwide phenomenon.
Wow, that's so cool.
A recent thing that I also wanted to send you about Spain. Apparently, like a UFO crash there outside the University of Alcalá near Madrid, and that was only weeks ago, right? So this article is from 25th of October.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah. Have a look here. Yeah.
UFO they got a
crashes
picture of
outside the university and students left stumped over a mysterious object. Right.
What is that picture?
What is that picture?
That's funny. Oh,
you don't know if it's a joke or not, right? But I mean, looking at the picture, it might be, you know.
I can't imagine that's the real thing. And
yeah.
Why does it look like that after it's crashed?
But it's not 1st of April. I was wondering, is it the 1st of April? No, it's not. No, it's the
dirt.
October.
Right, the dirt wouldn't look like that if it like how would it crash like that?
Yeah, it's like a little mound.
Yeah, it's a mound. Like how did that? That is funny. That is. Oh, there's footage. So I think that's a joke or something.
Yeah, it has to be, surely.
Right.
So then there has been another sighting near Murcia, south of Spain. So it left like sort of chemtrails. There are pictures in that thing that I just shared. That's back from June this year.
Oh.
Wow, we need to get to Spain.
Murcia today. Yeah. Oh, I mean, that looks crazy.
I think in fact, I think even the NASA discussed one sighting there in Spain recently. Might have been even that one, yeah.
Oh, what is that? A missile? What's going on here? Is that a... Oh, they did it. They carried out a test launch of a VMAX hypersonic glider. I mean, how are we supposed to know what that means? A rocket-propelled weapon. Interesting. Oh, so that's what caused that. That's what caused that. Well, that rocket is out of control. Where is it going? It looks like a kid drew with a crayon in the sky. Like, that's so weird looking. Apparently, there is a very famous crash from 1978, Canary Islands. Quite a pretty big UFO incident apparently happened there. Granted, that's not on mainland Spain, but close enough.
You're talking about the US here mainly, fair enough, and then that's good. But I mean, I think we all need to be aware this is a worldwide thing, right? So stuff is happening worldwide, right?
Well, did y'all see this Daily Mail article? That to me is kind of the bombshell that he's going to be out. The guy heading up the Pentagon's UFO office, Dr. Shan Kirkpatrick. I made a lot of videos last week about Dr. Shan Kirkpatrick, and then, bam, this story breaks. Like, oh, he's getting replaced. What does it even matter?
Do you think there's something to it, or is it just basically rumors?
No, I definitely think there's something to it, but it is just an anonymous source, so it's not like confirmed. The office, so again, I'll put links to all the videos that I made because I did deep dives on this stuff for everybody. The office of the Pentagon released a statement. Their spokesperson, Susan Go, is her name, and she said Dr. Kirkpatrick is still the head of AARO, and he doesn't work for this place called Oak Ridge National Laboratory, because there's stuff going around on Twitter that he got a job with this place called Oak Ridge National Laboratory, and would be leaving AARO, right, to take on this job in the private sector. But you said that that's not true. He's still the head of AARO, but the article is saying like he would leave at the end of the year, and that he's going to retire, and that he potentially had set this up when he got the job. Like, hey, I'll take this, but I'm only going to do it for X amount of time, and then I'm gone. And supposedly they already have his replacement chosen, and that he's probably been training that person or working with them, getting them ready. But who knows? The article also states like that people don't trust him or the office.
Yeah.
So how can you expect people to come talk to you, whistleblowers and whatever, but they don't trust you? So, I don't know. I don't know what putting a new figurehead in is going to do to the office. Like all of a sudden you'll trust that office.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see who it is, I guess. And the article says they've already got, I think it was 4 candidates that they've interviewed. So they're almost at kind of decision-making time, I would suggest. But my gut feeling is telling me, and I've got no evidence for this, but I think it's probably a planned departure.
Yeah, I think so.
Pushed, if that makes sense.
I don't think it's nefarious in any way, like shady, some sort of crazy thing. Yeah, I think he set it up ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like when he's going to leave, and he's just
bad timing.
Timing. Could these other things also be true? Like on top of it, like maybe there are some whistleblowers that don't trust him, and maybe some of the but either way, he was leaving. Like this was planned. Like you said, this was planned. Just a lot to go into for these type of offices to be set up temporarily. You need funding. You've got to go through, right? Like all these different things you're working with Congress. I just don't see it being like willy-nilly. They just got rid of the guy. Right. That seems hasty. I don't know.
No, I agree. Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. There's a short list of people that, the UFO community wants to see, I'll put this guy in there.
That will never happen, right? I mean,
it's like guys, they're not gonna put your neighbor Jim that you think he's great. I get it, but he's not going to be the head of AARO, right? Like the head of a government office. I mean and a lot of the names that maybe y'all, Lou Elizondo, Chris Mellon, David Grush, right, the whistleblower. They're like, put him in charge, which he's not a bad option. He did run the one previous to Arrow, so there is some precedent there. But who knows? It's probably going to be somebody we never heard of, who's, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Whoever it is, the UFO world's going to hate him. I'll just tell you that right now. They are going to hate. Yeah,
okay.
They think anyone,
without question,
is a double agent, right? Anyone is working to keep from the information coming out.
Yeah, okay.
They don't care who it is. It's like, oh, work with the Pentagon. It's quite odd.
If they start telling us everything.
Yeah, I don't.
What else do they know? What else do they know?
It's so odd, because it's like, wait a second, but you're asking them to tell you the truth. You're going to have to start believing someone somewhere at some time. Otherwise, what's the point of asking for information to come out if you don't, even for a millisecond, believe any of it at any time, any of the information they do put out when they do disclose? Now, granted, Arrow has maybe not taken it as seriously as maybe they should have, at least for public, like the way it's viewed by the public, right? Because they put out a website way late. It looks like a 5-year-old made it. They barely put anything on it. They got a few things. They didn't even have a phone number. They tweeted one time. I mean, they did a couple reports, and they had like $12 million. It's like, where did this $12 million go? Really? Is that how the U.S. government spends money? It cannot be that crazy of, that the money disappears so fast and so easily. And they said, well, we got this big staff working on all this stuff. Working on what? Then we get these reports that just like don't really say anything in them. Like, well, yeah, there's UAP flying around. Yeah, we know that. What you needed a report I don't know. So I get people's, I can understand sort of where they feel a little distrust towards that particular office. But either way, we've got to have a little faith and put a little trust behind these people that get into these positions, because you're just going to get attacked by the UFO community. Unless you just tell them what they want to hear, they're the enemy. So I feel bad for anybody who's going to take over that office, because they're not going to be liked at all.
Yeah, that's difficult. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that will be tough for them.
Who would want that job as well?
I know. Who would want that job? Again, unless you just say, yep, we've been reverse engineering UFOs. We have UFOs. We agree. Unless you say that, they're going to hate you. Yeah. They're going to hate that person. Literally a week before this article comes out that says he's going to get replaced, people were reporting from anonymous sources that Dr. Shan Kirkpatrick had this secret, I don't even know, like secret diplomatic sort of board who was like secretly running everything, and he was just a pawn. And the real people behind were the ones running Arrow and suppressing all the information from coming out, because they actually run the UFO crash retrieval programs, the reverse engineering programs. So I'm like, wait a second. So now they're going to replace him and just bring someone else in? Are they still going to be running? Is this secret board of people, are they still going to be running this new guy? Or what's going, like, it starts to fall apart. Yeah. These wild conspiracies from unnamed sources, anonymous sources. And again, even this about Dr. Shan Kirkpatrick is an anonymous source.
And are they badging, this anonymous source or the anonymous sources, are they badging it as a victory that Dr. Kirkpatrick is good? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, exactly. They're seeing it as a victory. Yeah. That's
wow.
I mean, I think that the problem is that many of these sort of sciencey or sort of civil servant type, they're just not very good communicators, right? So they are like awkward in their, how they communicate. I mean, Avi Loeb, I think is kind of an exception, right? Because he likes to communicate, he likes to speak, he likes to be, he likes to talk, he likes to explain everything to people who are not as intelligent as he is, but many others in that industry, sort of engineering types, are not that way, right? So
yeah,
it would be good if they just find someone who is like a good communicator.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's actually a really good point.
Because they have to do media interviews as well. I guess, that's part of the job, isn't it? And they obviously had this conference call on the Halloween call that they're calling it in the press. Where it was just essentially sitting with a load of journalists asking their questions. I think he came off all right in that from the reporting I've seen. Although a little bit, there was the spokesperson, Susan, is it?
Yeah.
Who was a bit like shutting everything down. Nothing more to say on that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, exactly. They don't do enough media, I think.
Yeah.
For this. I think that's actually a great point. Like, it needs to be all that.
Yeah.
That's really the game. Like, play the media game. Like, that's where the whole thing is. That forget all the, I mean, yes, all of that will be investigated, but you're right. Somebody up front that knows how to play the media game, give that smile, the twinkle. Yeah, we're looking into this.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. He just doesn't. I don't know. You see Dr. Shan Kirkpatrick, he just doesn't really have a likable face, I think, too. I don't know. That sounds really harsh. I don't know any other way to put it. Just kind of like, as we'd say in Texas, well, bless his heart. Bless his heart. I don't know. Something there. And I think, people just, perception is reality. So they see him, I don't know, just something off. He's not a good communicator, like you said, Sebastian. He comes off.
He doesn't seem to like to talk to people about it. He always comes across inconvenienced, right? I mean,
correct.
Like, as if people who are, are enthusiastic about the subject and maybe then get a bit, let's say, overzealous, right? But he treats that as something negative, right? Which is clearly not, right?
Yeah. Plus, he doesn't. When Arrow started, they were already saying like, this is nonsense. There's nothing here.
Yeah.
Before you even started looking into it, I get on its face value, you make that, okay, this is crazy. Aliens, all this. Okay, this is crazy. But at some point, you got, okay, I have a job to do. They're giving me money. What if this was true? Right? Let's treat it like it is, and let's investigate. Let's really roll up our sleeves and dig in, because either way you'll accomplish something. You'll be able to once and for all say, guys, there's nothing here. We looked into it, right? We uncovered the we took the whatever, and we looked in the hole, and there's nothing there. Okay, there is no aliens, UFOs. That would be good to know too, definitively, right? And and be able to say, hey, there's just a lot of crazy people in the government, literally just crazy.
There was a really interesting line in one of the articles, I think it was the Guardian one, about the Arrow's priority seems to be putting notices or press releases or kind of notifications out about non-UFO instances, things they've reviewed that haven't turned out to be anything, and they're asking, well, what about this one and this one and this one? You're not saying anything about the ones that have potential or even possibility or need further investigation, which I thought was quite interesting, actually, because that is true. Even they don't have to say anything. They can just say, we need to look into this a bit more. And I think people will be satisfied with that. At least it's showing that they've got a relatively even balance on both sides of disclosures.
Yeah, great point. I agree. 100%. Absolutely. Those are the videos people want to see.
Yeah.
Those are the photos. Those are the stories that people want to hear. Like you said, all they have to say is, we're still looking into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't know. And yeah, you're right. They would satisfy everyone.
No, next.
Not this one that
Yeah.
what it
That
is.
was a balloon. That was
Yeah,
a commercial aircraft.
we don't want to see the identified ones.
Yeah. Snooze.
Right. We want to see the unidentified. Where are those at? Yeah. No, that's a great point.
That's a good point, actually. Regular updates, it doesn't have to say anything, but we are at this point in our investigation might go a little bit of a way in sort of satisfying these demands and requirements of everybody that's asking for them. The next step is this, they don't have to go into too much detail, but that might help. I don't know. Top tip for whoever takes over.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure regular tweets, okay? Regular tweets. Honestly, their Twitter could have done that for people.
Yeah.
You could have hired an intern from DC for free.
Yeah.
Literally could have been tweeting out, like you said, these little updates on the Twitter for the last year. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's actually a great point that y'all have brought up. It's about the media and like the face of it, like these little things that literally could have been done to have a completely different perception in the public's mind. Because, that's interesting. Yeah, I am curious to see who they put in place. I don't think anything's going to happen till the new year. Maybe in December, they'll announce a new person after they sign the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act. That's possible that they'll make the announcement somewhere around the same time, because that'll be the new fiscal year, new budget, okay, we'll announce that person, whoever it is. But yeah, those are all great point, guys. Yeah, then of course they got this reporting system, right? Reporting tool for Arrow, which again is separate from Dr. Shan Kirkpatrick. So Arrow will continue on even without him in it. But that, another part is they're going to have a public reporting tool after this. That's part of the next phase. So that will be interesting. I don't even know if that's a good idea.
What's the volume going to be like? That's why.
Oh my God! Can
people taking it seriously as well?
Yeah. Oh my God! The things that people are going to want to report and upload and say, check this out. I got a UFO above my hen house this morning. It's just going to be crazy amount of report. It's going to be crazy. But maybe that's what they're thinking. We just need to give people a place to unleash get
it out.
But then people are going to want answers. Guys, what happened to my photo I sent 6 months ago that I uploaded to the website? Did y'all look into that? Yes, sir. We put a whole squad on it. They've been investigating it for the last 6 months. Your sighting at the Quick Trip while you were getting gas. You saw aliens. Because a lot of people's, real stories, right? They'll have like pretty crazy experiences. They'll get muddied. They'll get lost in the waters of everyone just trying to, send every video and every photo that they get now. That's what TikTok, UFO. I see that stuff on Twitter. People just put up the most just ridiculous photos and videos of stuff like, here's a new UFO video. What's this, guys? They always say, what's this? What did I capture in my backyard last night, guys? What are you talking about? There's nothing in the picture. What do you mean? The cloud looks like a dog? What are we talking about? I don't know. I'm a little worried about the public reporting tool.
Yeah.
This one is for military officials. That makes sense to me. Because you could be, it says on their website, on Arrow's website, you can be prosecuted for filing a false report on there.
Yeah, I saw that
on Arrow's website. So Arrow's not messing around. They're, they clearly don't want people to go on there and just start putting anything. I wonder if they'll have some sort of declaration for the public. Like, what could they really limit? Could they put? You'll be prosecuted for a false report.
Yeah.
They're going to think it's real.
Yeah.
Right. They're thinking my report is real. It's not false. That was real UFO. So I don't know. That's the next phase. So it sounds like they have a plan, right? That's more than a couple days old. It sounds like they are planning ahead quite a bit.
Yeah.
So actually the idea that they couldn't be giving us updates and letting us know what's going on seems more ludicrous.
Yeah.
Because, right, if you know where things are going, then you could be giving the public update and letting them know. And yeah. So I don't know. Arrow. We'll see what happens. The UK needs a office like Arrow. I bet there's an office, right? I bet there's an office secretly there in the UK that studies UFOs.
There used to be. I don't know if it still exists, but yeah, there certainly used to be something similar. But
yeah, I mean that's what Nick Pope, right?
Yeah, I was going to say Nick Pope used to work there, didn't he?
That's what he. I've never really understood exactly what. Even in my interview, not sure if I clarified with him like exactly what position he had in this UFO office. How big was it? How many people? You know what I mean? Like what kind of power? Did they have?
How senior he was, or
like what exactly was going on? Because I don't know. But I think right now, I think there's something. There's got to be something in the UK, just for the public's perception.
Yeah.
What's going on? Are y'all looking into this? Because people bring up the UK and UK sightings all the time.
Yeah.
We definitely have people from the UK that watch the show, and they'll put in the comments all the time.
Yeah.
It was a sighting in Wales last night. I don't know what, wherever they're at living, they'll put in the comment that, that they've seen stuff, this, that. I mean, the UK is a hot spot. A lot of stuff going on out there. I don't know. So yeah, but I bet the UK has something that, it's just not public. That would be my guess.
Yeah, must do.
Where would it run if it were? Where potentially would it run out of? Would it be the Ministry of Defense? Would that be the only place to run an office like that out of?
Well, is it attached to the Department of Defense in the US?
Yes.
I'm debating whether it would be MOD, Ministry of Defense, or Home Office, but it's more global than Home Office, because Home Office is obviously national security or affairs. Foreign Office, maybe could be Foreign Office.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but probably MOD, Ministry of Defense. I don't know. Yeah, there's no obvious place for it to sit, and if it sits with your DoD, it makes sense for it to sit with the UK's MOD.
Is there like a Department of Energy or something similar to that in the UK? There is.
What's it called now? It used to be called DFID. But yes, there is.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. That's interesting. So yeah.
Energy security and net zero.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's the connection here that people think in the US. Right. So it would make sense that maybe another, they have the same connection. Oh, that's interesting. All right, let's see here. Okay. James Fox, real quick. So update on the Logan Paul UFO video. Anyway, I think I proved it's fake, but whatever. Again, I'll put links to those videos so you can watch it. But basically the update is the video that James Fox said was a great UFO video on Joe Rogan. Told Logan Paul about it. Logan Paul gets this video, and supposedly it's coming out in a Netflix special next year in 2024. So it is going to get released because everyone wants to see this video, including myself. So yeah, they're saying that, where is it? Yeah, I heard a cleaned up version will be released next year. I think in a Netflix special. That's what was told to me, but I can't say with 110% certainty. Well, in the UFO world, that's pretty much as good as we're going to get.
Yeah.
But does he think that a cleaned up version of his film is going to be released? That's what he means, yeah?
A cleaned up version of the UFO video.
Oh, right, okay.
It was originally from Chuck Clark. He showed it to James Fox in the mid 90s, and it sort of floated, in the background for decades, and just random people would have seen the video because this guy would only show it on a VHS tape in his living room at his house. Like that was the only place you could see the video. And he told Logan Paul about it. Logan Paul went to visit this guy. His name's Chuck Clark. He lived in a trailer outside of Rachel, Nevada, so outside of Area 51 there in Las Vegas. And Logan Paul offered him $100,000. The guy said no. And so Logan Paul had a secret camera on him, and he filmed the TV. So he got the video anyway, but not the original, right? He got it, camera filming the TV, right? So the quality. So I don't know if James Fox is talking about the original version from the VHS tape, or is he talking about the one Logan Paul filmed from his secret, button camera? So I don't know. But again, the people that have seen it say it's compelling. James Fox thinks it's like the greatest UFO video ever made. If
everybody says that, right? About that video.
Yeah.
This is the big revelation. That's it. Finally, everything's been revealed.
It's the smoking gun, apparently. But it sounds too good to be true. When you hear the description of the video and how someone starts describing it, you're just like, okay,
yeah.
This sounds like Hollywood. Like if a script writer was like, let me write a cool UFO story, that's what you would write. And again, as I learned through my research about it, when I dug in and went back further and further and further, the people that gave the video to Chuck Clark worked in Hollywood. As they literally worked for film studios. So I think they were trying to give it to him to see, is this believable? Like, does this trick you? Is this believable to you? I think it was made as like a test. And next thing you know, and they were going to use it like in another film, like a documentary, use it. And I think the guy just got I think they played with the guy. I think that's what happened. I think they played with that UFO researcher. And because that's what you hear a lot, people hoaxing the UFO researcher. They go to the guy that really wants to believe, and they're like, look, I got this thing. And the guy, oh my God, it doesn't take very far to get to make that leap to this is real for that person. Right. So yeah, you hear a lot of stories about that, about UFO researchers just falling for it. But anyway, I'll put links to the videos I made where I deep dove on all of that, which wasn't that exciting, to be honest with you. Logan Paul UFO video. But I do want to see it. I'm not gonna lie. I do want to see this video. I want to see what they're talking about.